What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Tuesday. We've got rounds 3 and 4 up on the docket. Doctor, welcome back. Hope all is well. So yeah, we definitely had some, we've had some like really good spurts of golf. I mean, we shot before the rounds yesterday. We shot a 19 under. But, you know, through the course of the rounds, I think we had 2 8-under front nines, which is solid. Just couldn't quite keep the pace on the back nine, but we know it's there. That's the thing we like have to remind ourselves, and it's so tight. I think last I had seen, we were like T42, but it's like 2 strokes to T21, 3 strokes to like T15 or something. So it is awfully congested, which means if we can put together some nice rounds, make up a couple strokes on the field, all of a sudden we propel ourselves into, you know, top 25 sort of situation. So that's going to be the aim tonight. Shall be the goal. Alright, so YouTube stream is now operational as far as it's saying that I am connected to the chat. Hopefully we don't run into any issues like we did yesterday where chat messages were not coming through even though we were live. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. It's not a good look when you're ignoring people. I mean, I understand it's not really ignoring if you don't know that they're there, but doesn't make me feel good. That's like #1 thing about streaming is, to me, chat interaction. Yeah, otherwise I'm just the guy sitting here playing video games. Yeah, what's the point of being live if you're gonna not talk to anybody? Alright, let's find this tempo. Little snappy at the moment. Little bit snappy. I say that felt a little better. It's not perfect, but it's definitely a lot slower than what that was before. You know, Doctor, I'm disappointed, man. I don't have time to play Elden Ring. I got my first big boss kill on Sunday night, and I'm not gonna get to play again until I get back from being out of town, so probably Saturday night. I know life happens, but you know what I mean. Like, it's itching to play. I've only got a few hours into it. I mean, I should be able to play Saturday, play Sunday. Hopefully I can start getting into, the goal is to get into a rhythm then when we're back to a full week of streams. Be able to do the YouTube stuff for this and then play offline. Get a little bit of recording in each night. I know it means streams are gonna probably be a little bit shorter, but we're also kind of in the balance here of like, I want to get Elden Ring stuff cranking because I know that the new EA Sports college football game is coming out. And we're going to be playing that, which means that's going to cut into any after stream time because we're going to go from golf into college football. So run into the wall, there's the final boss you haven't been wanting to play. Very difficult. Think Melania is easier and you still can't beat her. Oh wow, it's that tough. Yeah, I have one big bad boss to my name, and I don't think it's even a main boss, so. It was a good fight. It took me like 3 hours of attempts. Now, admittedly, it took me a little bit to come up with the good strats, and then after that, it was a lot quicker. But those videos are gonna start going up. I think I said it before. Those videos are gonna start going up on Wednesday, or so tomorrow. So, first one's like an hour 10, second one's like an hour 5. I think these first episodes are gonna be longer. They'll probably start getting to be a little bit shorter as we go here, but yeah, those are gonna start rolling out. I've got 6 recorded. First 2 will go out. I don't know what clip I want to put them out at, because I don't want to put them out and then get caught up and not be able to, like, just have it. I don't want it to just sit, so I gotta try and, like, put it out at a clip that I have more in the backlog, and so maybe that'll kind of determine how many I put out in a week. Watching it like that doesn't do anything if you don't hit your tempo. I always mess up my tempo when I'm like trying to watch the ball flight. So like push into that wind is straight. At least when you get up to like a pitching wedge or something. What if or a 9-iron? Want to replay DS3 so that could be part of the reluctance to push through Shadow of the Erd Tree? Too many walls and no reason to try? So what, you just feel stuck everywhere? So you're kind of at like a more or less discouraging place of like hard to keep playing when you don't feel like you can beat anything. I think I'm just too headstrong. I think I'm too headstrong. If I decide to fight something, it is very hard for me to be like, I'll come back to this. Like, it's like, I'm gonna gear up for this fight and we're gonna do it. And when I say gear up, I mean like mentally gear up. Obviously there's some in the game, maybe changing my weapon or changing my arm, you know, my talismans and my armor and stuff, but for the most part it's a mental thing. Mental gear up for it, and it's like, alright, let's hunker down, try and figure things out. Biggest thing for me is like every attempt trying to understand the mistakes that I made, you know, find what is punishable, you know, what has a follow-up, what triggers follow-ups, how certain attack patterns work, those sorts of things. And then it's like, okay, this works, this keeps me safe, this attack always follows this, or is followed by this or this. You know, and you slowly start to build the fight. More scattered tree upgrades will help. Good portion of them are behind the walls you're stuck at. Makes sense. I think I'm at level 5 of the upgrades. Nothing crazy. Stuff still hurts. Like, I think I was still, in certain situations, getting 2-shot. With, like, a lot of armor. firm, medium, firm, fast. Yeah, I mean, upgrades will always help. Very firm and a little bit higher than fast. I think if we can just get on like regular fast screens, that would be great. I don't know what these other courses have though. Ellie Mae Classic. Moderates. Very high winds on Kinetic though. Wow, wow, wow. What do we have on CC? Fuzzy Horse Golf Club. Firm fast. Medium firm fast. I like to see that. And then firm fairways. Hey, what's going on, Jite? How have you been? Good to see you. Alright. I'm gonna give this full backspin because I think we need it. Make sure that we carry all the way down here. You been sleepy? Well, I mean, I expect nothing less whenever you're here, because that means it's pretty late for you. But I feel you on that. I've been up a little bit late consecutive nights and slowly starting to catch up. But I've been trying to squeeze my time between making sure YouTube stuff is ready for this game, getting Elden Ring, recording, and upload and thumbnails and all this stuff. I've been stretching myself a little thin. But it's okay, because 'tis a fun time. Finish the DLC? We were just talking about it. I am done with one big bad boss, I should say. I have one big bad boss, and I went so far off the beaten path, it's definitely not a main one. Like, to the point where I had found a fog gate before that was blocked. Which boss? I don't wanna... Doctor hasn't finished, so I don't wanna spoil things. I'll give a location. Mountains. Can say you played most of the DLC? Okay. Bail. So, little bit of spoiler for those that are gonna watch it on YouTube, the way that we go in the start, but that's all I'll say about it. Third favorite boss? It took me a little bit to get going on it, Jite, not gonna lie. Finally started to figure out some ways to damage reduce and do more damage. Yeah, that was the first big bad boss, Doctor. That was like 3 hours of attempts. I don't know what I'm reading with this. Impressed, especially with 5 Scadu upgrades. Yeah, man, I had to spec my, it took me a little while, but my talismans and my armor and everything, I pretty much went elemental negation. Like, that was the play. I went and said, I'm gonna suck up the physical damage, we're gonna go elemental negation, and then, you know, try and figure things out. That way I could survive some of the bigger stuff. Took you 3 attempts? Nice flex. Trusty pickaxes the whole time? I was using... So, my main weapon has been the Sword of Milos. So that's what I've been largely going with. Haven't had to, you know, change it up too much, but... I played my whole first playthrough with the longsword up until Melania. The whole game. Longsword, like, so many bosses, all the way up to Melania. Melania broke me. I was like, I don't know how to beat her with... I couldn't figure it out. And so I ended up coming up with the strategy of, like, I need a heavy weapon, and then I wanted a heavy weapon with bleed. That way I could stagger her, get a bleed proc every once in a while. And I've just kind of been running with that weapon since. I mean, like, I have a hammer and stuff. Like, I have some things that are specific to the occasion, you know. Actually, slow might not be bad. It's gonna have more spin. You had 14 upgrades before trying them? Okay, well, yeah, 14 upgrades. So I've been avoiding spoilers. I was able to watch somebody because I knew that they were going to fight that boss. And yeah, the difference in upgrades, I was like, they're definitely dealing more damage than I was. And this boss is doing nowhere near as much damage as it was to me. I was like, huh, okay. Upgrades are pretty good, huh? Upgrades are pretty good. Yeah, so that's where I need to go from now and continue my exploration. But for anybody that's watched me in the past or watched the Elden Ring playthrough initially, like, if I see this is the intended route, my brain immediately goes, okay, well, what's the other route? Because there's gonna be some other route lurking about, you know. So that's always my mind, is like, this is where they want me to go. They're 95% of the time hiding something the other direction. So, you know, I'm always going for the side dungeons and the, you know, just general exploration. Being like, the game is guiding me this way. I am gonna go and take a look about and see elsewhere what there might be. Which is how I just end up so far off the beaten path. Beat the DLC minutes before the blessing buff. Now you can be all toxic and arrogant. I definitely beat the boss after the buff, but I don't think it really mattered. Considering how low my upgrades are. Doing a ton of story immediately, realized you had a lot to explore. Yeah, like, so just to paint a picture for you, before I even touched, I might have grabbed the first grace. I think I grabbed the first grace and I immediately was like, let's wall hug. Which is how when I started the game, I actually came out of the initial starting area, right? You know how it opens up like into the lands between, right? I completely missed, like dead in front of me, I missed the grace with the person. I turned straight left. I ended up going down to the beach, down to the cave, fighting that boss for a little while, and ending up at the Dragon Communion altar across the way. And then I doubled back, and then I found the grace. That was like a 2-hour... That was how my game started. That took me 2 hours to get to the first grace outside of, like, the entryway. Saw the big furnace when target... I tried to kill it once. And then I was like, Sword of Milos, not great for this. I'm gonna do other things. I'll come back to you. That's like one of the few things that I skipped. I didn't get too gung-ho on it. At some point, I'll probably like take a bunch of them and fight them, you know? But my brain was thinking a little bit along the lines of like, well, content, I probably don't want to just sit and fight this thing for an hour to start the playthrough. Oh, 96%, that's not gonna be good. Yeah. Underhit it. Almost never leave bosses. I never leave bosses. I almost never leave bosses, but I don't count mini bosses in that same category. If it has a health bar that pops up at the bottom, oh, you best believe that I am sitting down and figuring that thing out. And then a little bit back at the end, actually. Get in there, bees! Get in there. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome on in, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. We're playing, I think this is CC to get warmed up. Just loosening the swing. Gotta play a Plat 3 and 4 later, but hope you're all doing well. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Appreciate it, bees. Xbox servers are down? Aw, man. That sucks. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say very thankful. Oh, don't talk through your swing. Very thankful for the fact that it's not a cross-platform issue, but that's still crap. Got your elite rounds to play. At least it's Tuesday, but at the same time, I don't know what your schedule allows for this week, so mightily inconvenient. Oh, it's just like, okay, it's not like Xbox 2K servers, it's like Xbox Live as a whole is crap in the bed. Oh man. Tell you what, those were the days. Get home from school, you're ready to fire it up with the boys. Xbox Live is down. Don't know what to do with your life. What a time that used to be. I'm sure it's like that for some people still with Xbox or PlayStation or anything. But just when you were younger, you know, everybody was on Xbox. Not everybody, but like for me, all my friends were on Xbox, and it was the type of thing you fired up, you were gonna play a game, and like people had, you know, somebody had a party going, or you just make a party, and all of a sudden you're on chatting with your homies and playing games and stuff. Lots of Halo, Call of Duty, you know, the classics. Then you get older and you adult, and it's like you get a group of friends, and this is speaking from experience. Hey guys, can we play games on like Friday nights for a little bit? Oh, busy this week? Okay, yeah, maybe. How about like a month? Can we play some games then? Okay, cool, yeah. Adulthood, man. That was fast. It's not as bad as I thought. Problem is, I'm always pin high, which means I get putts like this instead of being directly below the hole. There we go. Yeah, what's going on, Drew? Adults have working kids, can definitely relate. It's going well tonight. It's going well, man. Thanks for asking. Just getting the thumbs loose, trying to get the swing into a bit of a rhythm. I keep doing that. Keep hitting some big slows. Not really certain where that's coming from. Ooh, I hammered that putt. Hey, thanks, Drew. Appreciate both of those statements. I think we gotta go lofted. Get up and over the tree. Yeah, that'll be good. But I will say, I also just... It's not that I don't have... I would say, it's not that I don't have as many friends, because I never really have had a lot of friends. I've been, I would say I live my life as friend of few, acquaintance of many. Update on Ryder Cup. So, I have to reach out and see what's up with Seamount, who's my partner for the alt shot. Should be Sunday. So I will keep you guys posted on Twitter and Discord about that when I have final confirmation. Let me make sure that I have some stuff in order. That's that. But yeah, Sunday at like noon Eastern is the current plan. But we have not gotten final confirmation on that. But look for that. And I'll try and update Twitter and Discord with it. YouTube should also get a like upcoming stream. I'll try and make sure to put that in as well once I know. So that's current game plan. Right now, though, as far as like the Ryder Cup itself, the USA is dominating. USA is absolutely dominating. Do we have? Let me see if I can. Ryder Cup. USA leads 18-7. Need 26.5 to win. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches left in alts, depending on how that goes. It might be a very short runway on the singles to get the rest of the job done. Yeah, USA is absolutely dominating it. So much so that they're actually trying to come up with another tournament before this game potentially ends that breaks the USA up. That was so good. That was so good. Pick this weekend at John Deere. I have not actually looked at all into who's playing this weekend. It's probably a somewhat limited field with the Open coming up in a few weeks, right? So yeah, I'm not even at all certain who's gonna be playing. Dead weekend, to be honest. Yeah, that's kind of what I would think. I mean, but if ever you were trying to pick up a dub on the tour, you know, especially like you're probably gonna have a lot of guys that are seeking their first tour win. I don't know. What are the requirements? Is there any way to make it into the Open outside of Open qualifying at this point? Probably not, right? I don't think you can make the Open by winning an event. Unless you're like maybe on the verge of world ranking or something like that, maybe. If I had to guess. Oh, that is money. Sometimes you see it and you know. Last weekend was a disappointing ending. Oh, I didn't watch, but I heard about it. Last weekend was Cam Young won. I was surprised because Aaron Rai and is it Bhatia? they both had a pretty commanding lead, and they kind of fell flat on the final round. I think, what, Botti a 3-putt to lose it? Cam Davis, not Cam Young. Wrong Cam. Cam Davis. But yeah, it was like... I guess it would have been a playoff, but instead 3-putt to just end it. Snapped his driver on 14. Oh, you know what? I did see some sort of article about that. Because I think when I read the article headline, they made it sound like that was going to be, you know, he lost the tournament because of that, but he actually still won it. Aw, kiss the lip. Good evening, Nari. Finishes his 3-wood. For some people, that might be a blessing in disguise. I don't think he's one of those guys, though. Yeah, it seems like the... Now, I don't know anything about him, and maybe that's just kind of the general thing. People were talking about, like, him being just, like, an unlikable winner, and I guess the reasoning for that just being that he's kind of a guy that shows up, plays, and leaves, and just doesn't have a real following, which I think is fine. I don't know. For me, it's like I'm indifferent if I don't know anything. I don't like immediately just dislike a player because I know nothing about him. But I suppose everybody's a bit different in that regard. A little fast. Which is not great because that changes the spin. Don't like the... Who are we talking about? If I said the name Nari, I would almost be pretty confident that you wouldn't know who. Cam Davis? Professional golfer? Is that ringing a bell for you? Oh yeah, of course. Who doesn't know Cam Davis? Not as bad as I thought. I thought I messed it up. Input did not feel good. Started PGA in 2019 or so? Was that a quick Google? ChatGPT? Who is Cam Davis? That's gonna be bunker bound. Or not. Yeah, what's going on, M-Force? Welcome back. Cam Smith over Cam Davis. I don't know anything about Cam Davis. I do like Cam Smith. There's something about him just being like a... I don't know, the facial hair and like everything, this like unkempt kind of guy being really, really good at golf. Jeeves says his name is Cameron. Oh man, I asked Jeeves back in the day, Nari? Back in the infancy days of Google. Heist is in, you won. Getting off now. Good luck at the rounds. Thank you, Doctor. Appreciate it. Happy 4th. Hope you have a good weekend. I will catch you later. Appreciate you stopping by as always. Your Discord bot is called Jeeves? Okay. Well, do you remember the old Ask Jeeves search engine? from like 20 some years ago. Yeah, that was like Google infancy day, like before Google was like the de facto search engine. You had Ask Jeeves, MSN, you know, had what built into their browser. You know, obviously Yahoo was bigger back then, pre-Bing. Ask Jeeves. I think my family was an Ask Jeeves family for the most part. Keep. This is gonna be short and come back. Not a great tempo, to be quite fair. Wow, that didn't really break, huh? Cha-Cha can text them questions and text back answers. Cha-Cha. I remember there being... That's not the, like... That wasn't the, like, bot to have conversations with, right? Or was it? Smith's a very solid player, but he honestly fell off a bit after joining Liv. Yeah, he definitely hasn't been as strong. I will say, like, there are a fair number of the Liv golfers that are still playing at a very high level. I'm not surprised the guy's falling off, but I am a little bit surprised at how high of a level some of the guys are still playing. That felt good. I knew that that was a perfect input. DeChambeau, what's kind of funny is if, you know, Koepka's been hit or miss. Koepka's been hit or miss. Patrick Reed has been, I think, for me, the surprisingly, like, consistently good one. Wow, what is that? It's not good. No, I don't watch the Live events, Drew, but I also don't really watch a ton of the PGA events, to be fair. But, like, I would be less likely to watch the Live ones than PGA just due to where they're broadcast and, like, the team stuff doesn't appeal to me. Oh, we got low rolled. Okay. I'll watch, like, the big ones. So, like, I watch all 4 majors, and then I watch some of the tournaments that I just, like, know and really enjoy. A lot of them are earlier in the season, so, like, I try and watch Pebble Beach, which I know is a Pro-Am. Yeah, I really like the players, like, Waste Management. As the season progresses, I feel like I watch just the majors. It's, like, real early season, I watch a bunch, and then it starts to just become majors as the season progresses. I would think that it's probably a somewhat similar story for a lot of people. Oh, that's so far? Jeez. Yeah, DeChambeau's been, I like him a lot more now. He's been, like, a very on and off character for me. I don't know. It's like I liked him, and then I wasn't so sure, but, you know, I will say that there's something to be said about him having, like, the social media presence. I think it goes... Yeah, I think it's the same for any player. The more exposure you can get and, like, to understand a player better, I think that goes a long way, right? You know, it becomes a bit more of, like, a brand. Okay, didn't quite turn over enough to the left, but I'm hoping enough legs to get to the hill. Okay, decent touch. Honestly, a little surprised it comes up short. Some weeks where it's boring to watch, there's no bigger names in the field. Yeah, I mean, I think that's always the struggle, right? So, like, those signature events or whatever they're called with all the bigger ones. Oh, Riviera's another one. Like, those are, when you have those courses that you recognize and they've got the bigger names at them, definitely ends up being something that I'm going to be more likely to tune into. But it's also hard because, with having a kid and stuff, like, my wife does, this is the other thing, like, I think I would probably consume a bit more, but I'm limited to really getting the majors in and, like, bits and pieces of some of the other tournaments. I can't commit that much time to watching golf. It's also hard because as the season goes on, that also means it gets nicer out and I want to go out and play. Also means that I have more yard work and things to do. It's a lot to just sit down and watch. Top 5 faves? I mean, obviously Tiger. I think that's for a lot of people. Yeah, what's going on, Josh? How you doing? I mean, I like JT and Spieth a lot. I like Scotty. Like, the thing is, and it's the same thing for me with, like, F1. I think I like most competitors. Obviously you learn to like some more than others, and you find ones that you don't like. Rory win another major? I mean, I think he's proved that he has the capability to score and put himself in position to win another major. The real big question is the mental side of it. Unless he can put himself like so far ahead through 3 rounds that he can kind of walk it home a bit. But yeah, with the pressure at the end of a tournament, everything on the line, it's tough. US Open was definitely his best chance. But we'll see. He's been playing really well, and I think, he played really well at the Open 2 years ago, because last year Ryan Harmon kind of ran away with that. That was kind of... That was a wacky one. Just... I feel like it's been... I don't know. I guess with the Masters and stuff with Scotty, we've been seeing a bit of the runaway, but that week it was like he could do it and almost nobody else could. Get that a little firm. Yeah. So I don't know. I think Rory could. If somebody told me one day like he legitimately like won another major, I would be like, okay, yeah, he finally did it, type of thing. But there definitely is a mental toll to be taken over time, right? Like if you keep getting close and falling short. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. Let me just top off my water real quick. Run to the bathroom, and then we'll play this round, and then we'll get into rounds 3 and 4. Top 5 included Guy Vizo. You're right, Nari. He should go ahead of Tiger. Guy Vizo best or most favorite golfer. All right, BRB. It's the name of the golfer in this game as well, Nari. Guy Viso lives. He just has a little bit of Benjamin Button going on because of the character creator. Close endings or Scotty endings? I mean, I obviously prefer close endings, but I have a lot of respect for the runaway victory. You know, for someone to be that dominant in anything. You know, it's like in F1 right now. Obviously, I prefer, from the viewer perspective, prefer the closer endings, right? The other teams are catching Max Verstappen. Even if he's still winning, it's close. But I have a lot of respect for when Max runs away and because you know how good he is and how good the car is. Same with, you know, Scotty when he won the Masters that first time, and, you know, he runs away with it and, you know, freaking like 4-putt 18 to still win it by a few strokes. Alright, so what this is: medium, very firm, and pretty much fast. Really don't love those fasts, man. Not a big fan of it. Alright. Very firm. Fast. But I need some legs, right? I need some legs. That's gonna be too far now. So I still gave it some legs. But also 101, so understandable. And it's a close one. It's those drives and those hits and everything that are just so painful. That's what I get for not That's what I get for not really trying to give that one a good spot. Alright, so what we just need to find... We need to find that rhythm a little bit better. I don't know what happens. I get a little bit herky-jerky on the tops of those swings, I guess is the best thing to call it. "12 yards. Don't think there's anything too crazy here, other than it needs to be outright to feed right to left. I slowed it! Gosh darn it, now we're gonna just have like a huge downhill putt. So yeah, when the brain goes into that like don't hit the big fast kind of mode, it's not good. It's not good. Need confidence. Think perfects. Don't think not fast or not slow. Very firms, it's uphill, winded. I think you can give it a little bit of... backspin. Perfect distance. I just am like so bad when it comes to these lies and wins. Ooh. Tight squeeze. But now we're in a weird spot because 4 iron's gonna... No, I think the ball's gonna fire to the right. Great. Great. Try and play a little fader. Still releases so much. Just tough because like you want the fade to sit it down, but it just won't. Man. Those are ones that they just feel like you need to make them. I was like, you just...
I can unscrew it.
Does this come up and then just poke a hole? Just stab it with something. I don't have something to stab it with.
What do you think of the nail polish remover for?
Oh. You can't just like take a pair of scissors or something and stab it off?
Yes.
I do have scissors. I forgot.
Here, screw this back up. Sorry for
The things we do for love. Hey, oh, hey, I don't want your trash.
What am I where?
There you go.
Okay,
Love you, bye. That sounds like a probably great for yourself. All right, they're really forcing me to lay up here, aren't they? That's slow. We're right. Oh, getting a good kick. I was gonna say it's right in the bunker, isn't it? But no, we're not. We're good. It's right in between clubs. That'll work though. Left of the hole is probably best. Just hangs high, doesn't really turn right at the end. But that's what I get for like not giving it the full read and just saying, well, I'm gonna throw it here. Like you have to either read it or don't. There's no point in doing like a half-assed read like I just did. Alright, need this partial to go well. Hit the right power, but we hit it a bit fast. If it gets a straight enough kick, we might be okay. Come back down. I think we're at the top of a hill. Come on, feed back to the hole. Be the one. Ah. Runs out of steam. But we'll take the eagle. Okay, so I don't think there's enough wind here, but this is where you're starting to get into like, I think you just send it down to the bunker. I think that's ultimately the game plan. I got the 104. We're hanging a little bit out right side, but this might be in a place where it kicks hard left. Oh, what a thing of beauty. At the last moment, I was like, what if we just try and overpower this? So now we get a look at it. 52 feet up the hill. It doesn't move a lot early, but as it goes up the hill, it should be slowing and turning hard and then kind of spit out straight. A little turn left in it. Little low. Oh man, solid read. Take it. Would have been a little bit too nasty to get 2 eagle 2s, right? Back to back. That would have been a little bit too much. We are finding our stride a little bit here. I'm just trying to get into a sort of groove where we can be mostly flow state. Of course, I say that like that's what you're trying to avoid. Yeah, so with a putt like that, you have to get so far right, even though it breaks right to left up the hill, you're hitting it so firm through it that the first part like doesn't play as much, and coming down the hill is so strong. All right, now I do think you can carry this. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Because now you've got a par 5 that's actually reachable. A little fast. Yeah, the 101 fast makes that a bit far, but it does corral a little. Alright, let's try and get some feelers on these, right? Like, you're hitting it down. That's still low. Man. Well, alrighty then. I think this should feed the gap. Stay out of trouble. Yeah, this track definitely has opportunities to score. Just because you can get so close, like a fair number of drives allow you to go after the green or to reach in a shorter 2. Just keeps the scoring potential very high with all the eagle looks you get. I don't think you want to play that. I think you want to go with the pitch. I also don't think you want to partial the pitch. Just try and play something on the safer side. Now I do think with a putt like this, aggression might be the key to success. Or being at least a little bit more aggressive. You don't want to slam it, but being on the slightly aggressive side. But like, who knows? If you miss that, like, where are you at? Ooh. What is front edge here? 182. It's gonna be a tight squeeze. 12 yards on the 8-iron then, very firms and uphill. I think you can, actually. A little fast. It's gonna push us left, should help distance though. Oh no. Problem was we got so far left that the 182 was that downslope and was no longer the green. 9 yards. We're gonna end up just a touch to the right. Kick forward, release. Ah, that came out more to the right than I was playing for. I think I pushed it maybe a little bit more. Thinking full backspin should carry this. It hits the upslope. Oh man. Alright, well. Ultimately, you make a gamble, right? So. And then we got high side. Absolute max roll. Those long ones, I don't think I am playing enough break ever. Gonna have to play more. Damn, T-Tots out here destroying this course. Alright, driver off the deck to the back, I think is gonna be the play. Maybe slowed it. But if this has enough chase in a straight line, it's gonna hit that right to left backstop. Yeah, what's going on, Hustler? Inches from an albatross. It's been so long since we've albatrossed, man. It's been a long, long, long time. Alright, I'm actually gonna play this in a way that I normally don't, and that is off the fairway, bounce it up onto the green. I hit it fast into the bunga. That's horrible. What's going on, Colton? Not worth shaping shots at this difficulty? I shape shots all the time. I would say the big thing with shot shaping, that's how I play my gaps, because it doesn't change the tempo. So like, I would rather not hit a partial, you know, and try and shape my shot instead. So I prefer shot shaping as my distance control mechanism. Also just makes it so that you can get more spin on certain shots. Maybe change the attack angle on a hole, you know, with a draw or a fade or something. But yeah, I'd rather make my margin of error smaller, but keep my input to what I'm muscle memory, you know, programmed for. than keep the forgiveness but change the tempo because I've partialed the shot. Alright. 14 under is still solid. Yeah, the big thing is just like, let's not lose. He shot a 21 in round 1, I'm now realizing. That's nasty. 14 under solid, though. Alright, it is time for the main event. So I'll preface it with, we're in a decent 23 under through 2. It's not great, but we're only a couple shots out. Hey, what's going on, Casey? Yo, yo, yo. Let's do this thing. Round 3 of the Platinum Tour at the Green Tractor Classic. 23 under through 2 at the moment. But that is just a few strokes out of like top 20. So if we can make up some strokes here on moving day, we'll move ourselves into a very nice spot. Let's see what conditions they have in store for us. Medium winds out of the southwest. Fairways slow down to moderate firmness, and greens are firm and fast. Hey, thank you for the luck, TFR. Now, if you do enjoy these rounds and you're watching over on YouTube, a like and a subscription goes a long, long way for me, as well as making it so that you don't miss out. Now, we've got 455 yards downhill with the tailwind, which means we are in full send mode. That right there is a bomb down center fairway. Nearly 340 yards in the air. Alright, 107 in. Which means we have the option to hit a full lob wedge, which is a beautiful thing. This is gonna carry us just past the hole. Put a little bit of loft on it. All right, and a little wedge into 5 feet. Should be easy enough to clean up. And get us rocking and rolling onto the second hole. Hey, thank you for the luck, Casey. Appreciate it. Alright, so just, we need to do that about 35 more times, right? Up and over the trees. Rain getting in the way a little bit there. But at least we miss it fast. You don't want to hit a slow out into the OB. Obviously, you want something a little bit better here. But there's a chance that we could get something back here. There's a lot of green to work with. 216, 200 yards. Wind's gonna carry us a little bit. Yeah, I think this hybrid's gonna be the play. think ball's slightly above the feet. Everything kicks out right, and then wind holds us up. A lot of right to left on the green. So I'm gonna aim it. We got low rolled. That's unfortunate. I'm playing that to be the 90-94%, but unfortunately we just get it down at 83, and there's not much we can do about it. Because if we go high, then we're short-siding ourselves behind. Yeah, if we take like a 3-wood or something out of there. That being said, I do think with this being uphill a bit, that we can probably play this in a way that we have a chance to roll it up there, so do something like this. It's gonna stay right. Great distance control, just didn't quite get left enough, but either way, makes for a birdie. Obviously, you'd love to see a chance at eagle, but we will take the scores where we can find them. All right, so we've got 89 yards to the hole, playing down 9. About 180 yards effectively, but you've got this wind in your face. So all of a sudden, this 7-iron is like not quite enough. Now, I may be taking a little bit of a risk here. I'm gonna try and de-loft this 7-iron, because I think if I start trying to loft a 6, I think I'm gonna leave myself in a bit of trouble. .101. The D-loft seems like a good play. Now, will it bite? Oh, baby! That is the distance. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in her time of need. Because he's all racing and pacing and plotting the course. And in we go. Oh, baby, a triple. Okay, we're into a headwind front pin, which definitely means going long is gonna be tough. But I still think if you can sit it in here or sit it short, you're gonna be in a real good spot. I hit it fast. Bounce through? It's too far back, right? We might have the angle though, even though it's not directly uphill at it. There's a little bit of downhill, but we might be able to do something. Chip shot. I'm having a hard time. I think we're on an uphill slope, yeah. Alright, so if we full loft, full backspin, that's 20 yards. 19. We'll call it 17, and then we gotta take off. Gonna come out about 10 yards if we full shape it, which is short. If you go, the more left you go, the more down slope you get, but the more, I don't know, you've got some fairway to work with. Kind of need to take off a little bit of that loft to make sure you can get a kick here. go a bit out to the left. All right, let's see what we can make of this. It's a little far. Yeah, I mean, I figured if I played full loft on that, I was just scared about not getting it onto the green at all and then short-siding myself. We may have gotten the kick forward, but I don't think there was ever a way for us to really stop it. Of course, there's like a ton of break at my feet. So it's like, how much in this starting grid does this play? Because that's just going to dictate the entirety of how this putt is. And it played straight. Oh, but it had enough break anyway at the end. Oh boy. It fired through that first bit, but I guess I had misread the ending. So we'll take it. Make that 4 birdies in a row. A little bit of luck goes a long, long way. And that should be pretty nice because we get it drawing in to the right to left. Feed us right down to the flat bit here. Lovely stuff. "95 yards. Hit shot here is going to take us back a few, as well as with the wind. So I think if we put enough brakes into it, money. A little fast, but does the job quite nicely. Now, I definitely feared that we should be taking the full lob wedge and maybe trying to spin it back or something. Because the yardage makes sense for that pitching wedge pitch. It's just not my strongest shot. Ooh, we are... Oh, that's such a mean hole. Because if you get it up here, it's downhill behind. So you do feed and have like an uphill or back, but... Yeah, downhill here into like 168 or so. We're gonna hit right into the top of that. Maybe you de-loft it a little bit with the backspin. Otherwise, you're playing fully backspun. I mean, maybe this is the play. How much wind are we working with, though? Maybe like 7. Maybe fast, but that'll be a-okay with this. Oh, that's deep, but we'll have the line. Full spin, stop it. Obviously, trying to go for the ace. But we carry it a little bit long. I was just gonna make sure we don't leave it short and rolling down where the 9-iron would have played. Because otherwise that defeats the purpose of clubbing up and doing all that shot shaping. Okay. Inside left edge. Hammer home center cup. All right, 6 in a row. Come on, run with it. Run with it, run with it, run with it. Just keep it going the whole way. There's the first real big mistake. We might actually get a kick back to the right from up here. Okay, so we're gonna get away with that fast. Got a little bit quick on the downswing. 108. Probably gonna land just short with this. Give it a little D-loft. Try and flick it forward here. I think that's gonna be the main play. Long left because of the fast, but we're up over the ridge. Straightforward putt. We take another bird. All right, I'd like, you know, as much as I like these circles, I'm not saying I want nothing or a square. I'm saying, why not? Why not a double circle? Or filled in circle, you know? A guy can dream. .102. Just hanging a little more right than I would have liked to see it. But I think this is a safe bounce. I needed to go this way to give ourselves a line at it. If we go left, I don't have a look at the green. Now, I might have to take 3 wood here because we're looking 230. 230 is like front edge of the green. You got 17 yards. So 258, 3 wood, 251, 230, 247, wind. All right, we're gonna play a big slinging draw here. A little bit slow. We're gonna hang out a little more right. Ah. Crazy that I still have to play like loft on that and stuff. Alright, big right to lefter. It's up the hill. See if we can actually make one of these. Come on, turn left, turn hard. Alright, so I'll admit, I think that's one where I'm probably aimed correctly initially, and we've been missing them so low that I added. And that's okay, I feel like that's a gamble that I more or less have to take there. Go a little bit outside the cup. Drifter back in. Hey, but we're out the gate, we're running with birdies. We are running with birdies. I can't ask for much more than that, honestly. Now, what I will ask is that this back 9 treats me a little bit better, because front 9, I think we've had 8 under, and right now we're 8 under through 9 with a chance to go 9. I need the back 9s to be special. 5 or 6. So we're already a few yards short. I think just give her a little D-loft. It's up the hill quite a bit. I just don't know how much the wind is gonna bring it back. I'm gonna play it straight. Yeah, that's the right play, because I had a pretty big push there, so I think normal push, we're like right at the hole. But we're finding some flatter spots. Which just so happens to be big. Alright, that's as clean as the scorecard is gonna get going out. 9 birds. Now just another 9 birds and we'll call it a good day at the office. I like that drive. Looking at where this hole is, I mean, right side fairway would have been a little bit more ideal. But we have what looks like if you landed in here, maybe you can use that backstop. I don't think I have a lot of options, though, to be honest. Because you're talking like mid 250. I'd have to overpower this hybrid, otherwise we're talking 3 wood here with shape. Not quite getting left enough. Be interesting to see how this, yeah, it just fed a little bit to the right. So we're in the back, but we're gonna have a right to lefter. Yeah, over the mound. So definitely not ideal, but just comes with the territory. So you're hitting this with it actually taking a good amount of break early. It's just a matter of how much does it slow up the top. Something here maybe? So hard to get the right line on it. Oh man, still low. Good effort, good effort. Keep the birds going, though. I mean, obviously, would love eagles, but I do like birds. Little fast. Now, I did play an aggro line there, going a little bit more left. Oh, we are gonna get stuck in the light rough. Okay. So that makes this just a little bit more complicated. There's part of me that wonders, do you just play it short? I think you play it short and roll it. As I say, you could probably go long. and try and spin it back, but it's only 155s. So that's the only thing for me that's like a question mark. This should release a bit and go left. It's downhill lie out of the light rough. Beautiful. Really good feel for that. So you can't, headwind here, you can't go for it. If you play it back like this, then I think that's gonna be your best approach angle. This will kick left, and then we've just got that uphill pitch shot. So this just becomes spin control and distance control. Now, we're gonna land short with this. If you go up another club, though, you've got issues. So I think what we need out of a shot like this, sandy pitch, little D-loft, little top spin. Felt good. Looks like it should be good too. Hit that upslope, have release, but enough to kill it. We roll! 12 for 12. I mean, I'd love a good ESPN 30 for 30. That would be pretty sweet. But there aren't 30 holes in a round, so I can take an 18 for 18. Alright, uphill, wind plays in a little bit. Pretty steep lie. We know it's gonna play a little bit more on the draw side. Another great pitch. Tempo. Fought the slope off a little bit there. Ooh, okay. That one was a little bit sneaky. That almost got away from us. That almost got away from us. Okay, this has to be the most approachable that this that this green has ever played. 248, 250s. So you take your hybrid and land it with 14 yards to go, which would actually probably run a little long, right? So maybe just like a little bit of loft on it. A little too far right, it'll feed low. But boy, do I like that distance control. Boy, oh boy, do I like that distance control. Little 9-footer. Money. All right, we finally get a birdie on the 14th. I mean, amongst other things, we've gotten birdies on a lot of holes here, but that's been a par hole up until this point. Alright, attack angle's not gonna be great for this. $168, 166, 64. Probably plays close to pin high, so let's just give it some backspin. Not the best approach tempo. Would have liked to have been a little bit more on line with the hole. Now we got a downhill slider. This puts things in jeopardy a little bit. Just made a minor adjustment at the end, and I think hit it a little bit firm to the line. So there goes the birdie streak. I knew I kind of jinxed myself, but I also know myself. I knew that that was one that we were in danger. I don't know if this is far enough right to hold. Okay, but we do have moderate fairways, so that comes in clutch. It's 288. It's gonna be 271 to the front. Is the distance loss from this going to be enough to cause some trouble here? Because we can get 266 from our 3-wood, 265, 263, let's call it. 269. I think if we full, yeah. I gotta hit like 101 on it. I hit 101, but I slowed it. So had the legs over here, gonna be a long putt. Not really gonna be a great eagle look, but we're on in 2. Yeah, this is a monster putt. This is an absolute monster putt. You're just trying to get it somewhere close. I do like the line, though. That's a heck of a lag. Obviously, you would let you dream of sinking that. Right into a very difficult par 3. 239 yards in the back here. We've got about 244 carry, wind playing 4 or 5 in off the right. So realistically, play a little bit of loft and hope that it hits that slope and just creeps up top. Push that a little bit too far to the right, but Does feed right to left back here. Yeah, we're just a little deep. We're on the right shelf, so long as this slows down. Okay. That is most workable. Hey, what's going on, Elder? All is well, all is well. Hope the same can be said for you. Just creeping up on the end of our round 3. First 2 rounds were alright. This round going a lot better. Definitely feel like we should be making up strokes. All right, let's see here. Like a 10? Come on, break! Get it! Come on, one more hole. Alright, now this hole, we have moderates. Just play the lofted cut, 'cause that should get us back into the slope. Sit it down, actually find fairway this time. All good, love to hear it, man. Love to hear when people are doing well. 212 carry. 212 carry. We've got uphill, but 8 yards. I need a little bit off of it. All right, what a time to hit tempo. Still a little deep, but again, like, we're on the right shelf. It's not an easy putt, though. 13-foot breaker down the hill here is definitely gonna be quite the test. Oh man, alright, we need to take some distance, like some power off of this. Probably take it out to like here. It's that last little part that's weird. Ah, it just dives low. It's like, it's not straight at the end, but it's getting that pace right, because I think if we hit that a little bit firmer, you know, it falls down and in, but... Alright, 16 under. There's only one better score on PlayStation for this round, so, you know, if we're up there tying the leaders, and we're back in in the 40s after 2. Well, T8 on PlayStation should indicate a pretty large leap for our game. So that leaves round 4 to go. If we can keep that going in it, we're gonna be in for a solid finish. Oh man, that's big. That's big. 16 under. I knew we had it in us. No eagles that round. That's 16 birdies and a clean scorecard. And yeah, two missed putts. 2 missed putts there on like the makeable but like big, you know, big breaker like 12, 15 feet. So now the ultimate key is do 16 under again, and suddenly we're not winning the tournament. You know, we're not putting in good enough rounds early, but another round like that, and all of a sudden you're peaking pretty high here. All right. OBS is remuxing the last record. Yeah, BB-8. Got my BB-8 cup. Courtesy of when my wife went on a Disney trip with her friend, she brought me back a souvenir. I don't know, I think it adds a little touch to the stream. You know, instead of just like a regular glass of water or a water bottle, which is what I would normally have. I mean, it technically is a water bottle, but you know, have something more in the entertainment space, I suppose would be the best way to describe it. And a San Diego, sure. My Streamlabs 2022 Streamlabs San Diego TwitchCon shirt. Definitely was a gift just for, I think you could get the shirt, you do like a little scavenger hunt thingy at their booth, just showing off their products, and I was like, I'll take it. I'll do the little thing, why not? Get a free shirt out of it. Fits the streamer merch kinda vibe. Alright. Lock and load. Huge round 3 leads us into a round 4 here, where we are in prime position for a very high finish on the leaderboard. A little bit more of that, and we're gonna be finding ourselves closer to the top of the leaderboard. Now, round 4. Low winds out of the southeast. Very, very interesting. Fairways get to very firm. Greens firm up and speed up. So they give us the low winds there, entice us, say, that's gonna be pretty easy, don't you worry about it. But things are gonna firm up and get quicker, so it's gonna be hard to find these fairways, hard to stick these greens close. Well, let's see what we can do about it. And of course, friendly reminder, if you're watching on YouTube and you enjoy these, rounds, we stream them, also upload them to YouTube, so make sure to leave a like and sub to the channel so you don't miss out. Alright, I hate the sellout portion. That's just me. 467 yards. Downhill. Get a little bit of backspin on it for some carry. Here we go. Now these are very firm, so gotta keep that in mind. Fairways are gonna try and get away from us a little bit more. That one's not too bad as it's flat. This first hole, for the most part, isn't too mean. Now, we are coming in with a wedge. But we have to remember these are 180 greens, so we're gonna come into this with full backspin. Just drawing, try and make sure this stays right side of the hole. I hit it fast though, knucklehead. This'll bite. We're just gonna have a slippery downhill putt. Okay, that's deserved. Bad input means we're out of position. But hopefully here we can use our putter to bring ourselves back into play. Another steep one here. .180s are slippery. Very much so turns in the middle here too. Come on, man. The putts from that distance, once you start putting them downhill with brake, they have not been going well for us, so. Bad input there. Makes it so that we don't start out with the birdie. But not to worry, we've got plenty of holes left. Going up and over the tree here. Don't be OB. Don't be OB. Okay, we cleared the tree, or we cleared the fence, and we get fairway. Woo! Woo-wee. All right. Little bit close for comfort. Little bit close for comfort there. Now 5-iron up. We're playing right around 188. This is gonna be a tight squeeze. I like the way that felt. I want to hit the upslope, but release. Can't draw it up much better than that. Pretty violent on the kick, though, to the left. And here we go. So, you know, trade-off. We don't get any eagles in round 3. Par the first, eagle on the second. We're 2 under through 2. That's a lovely place to be. So wind picks up a little bit on this hole. Not a whole lot. But we do have a little bit to account for here. 9-iron. Gonna carry us down about 174, 177. It's firm and fast. 7 yards to go. Should take a kick. Give it like 3/4 backspin, I think. A little fast. Pushed it a little more than normal, but that's gonna send it. Yeah, big fast down the hill, never a good thing to have happen. Let's see what we're working with here. It looks like a slight double breaker. So you get a little bit of movement to the right. Then it kind of snaps back over this middle one. And then you get right to left the whole rest of the way. With a solid amount of break right at the end, so. Downhill, it's gonna get it rolling. But for the most part here, how is this middle snap gonna work? That's gonna hang out. Really good distance control. But like I said, when you get these, you know, even though we have the lower winds and such, if you get the right hole locations and you get the right green speeds and on all that, you know, things definitely get tough. I gotta try and partial this. That is perfect. That's gonna stay on. Come on, feed right. It's not gonna stay on. It's gonna go through? No way. That goes more straight than it goes... I'm surprised by that. That goes more straight than it goes right. I thought we were gonna catch that and then start feeding down with the 180s. Okay. So we know it's gonna end up running down the hill still because it's 180s, so gotta play it back. But because of where we landed, we can actually play a chip shot here. And then we know it's gonna come out a little bit short. I did not hit it far enough to the left. Dang. I didn't think we were gonna fire that far right. I did think it was gonna come back a little bit more left of that. But we still have the chance here because of how we got on. We got the chance to make birdies, so get it just left edge. Send it. Alright, a little bit, admittedly, we hit the exact shot we wanted. A little bit disappointed, but a birdie is a birdie. A little too fast, but I think that should find the flat. As I don't think it's mean enough to kick hard left from down low. So now we get 111. Very firm. Should be able to just put a touch of loft and backspin on it, and then it becomes a question of the right to left play. That's the input. It's gonna hang a little bit left, but come on, big kick. Also, I do need to get it out of my mind that these are very firm. They are firm, don't get me wrong, but they're not very firms. So they're gonna bounce, but they're not gonna, like, take that mega kick. Now, I think 9-iron with full backspin here is the way to go. Barely any wind to speak of. I mean, there's a little bit. Ah, and the fast again. It's the same, that's the exact same input we had on the approach shot on 1. Which is something we've been largely able to avoid today. Alright, so that's gonna make a difficult putt from down here. Try and feed this in 4 o'clock. Had the right angle for it, just a little bit firm. Ooh. And then almost don't hit that one firm enough. All right. Well, we're doing battle out here, that's for sure. But those sorts of inputs are gonna take scoring chances away. Just like that. So right there, that's the brain saying, you've been fast, don't be fast again. Not exactly where you want to be. Fortunately, this is light rough, so it is not like a true death sentence like it might be mayhaps in other places. That being said, if we come out with a low roll here, we could be in some serious trouble, so here's hoping that we get enough. That fast is gonna make sure we get the distance, but will it have any spin? Oh, it does. All right, that is a wonderful recovery then. That is gonna do wonders for us. Okay. Need that. Gotta keep the birdies up. 567 yards here. Get quite a bit downhill. You get 317, you can get a little bit more, and that's gonna cover the bunker. And if that's gonna cover the bunker, we can take this line. Only 101, but I hit it a little bit fast, so we're gonna end up hanging left. I'm trying to get like 102, 103 and stay to the right because that would take the tree out of it. So now we've got front hole 235, 232, 230. I think we're gonna have to go with like the draw here. I think we go with the draw. It's gonna still release, but that's about as good of a place as I can land that thing. Yeah, I'll take it. 23 foot, downhill 3. But it's an eagle look. You know, I know at a spot that we've historically struggled with. But maybe this is the chance to turn the tide. Three inches down. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let us see what we've got. Oh baby, we've done it! Oh baby, we've done it! Huge eagle. Despite all odds. Gosh darn it, Colby. You really had to follow it up with that? On the bright side, even in the fairway, this is a tough shot, but that was not good. That was not good. All right, let's try and fix it. Let's try and fix it. A little fast. I would have liked that to have been... Oh no, that's a big bounce. I wanted that to be to the right, and that needed to hit the slope a little bit, but we pretty much landed in front of the slope and then bounced over the slope. So I got absolutely none of it. Alright. Well, this one has a little bit more break than the last one, but let's see if we can get lightning to strike twice. Just like these beginning ones break so much. Let's see here. Something here. No, it's still low. Unfortunate, but we missed a really bad tee shot and then follow it up with a not so great luck on the bounce. Alright, full send on the driver so that we have an opportunity on the approach shot. So like I can take those baby slows on drives. Can't take the big slows, but can take the baby slows. So now we have 254. Again, you've got this hill, but you hit a little bit of loft into it. Yeah, you hit a little bit of loft into it, and then profit. Come on, legs. There it is. There it is. Put another eagle on the scorecard. We have eagled 3 out of 3 par 5s on this round. All right, this time let's put it in a way where we find the fairway, huh? A little fast, but we've got the little draw going. That'll be plenty good. So now we put ourselves in prime position to pitch one up. Now you can play this one of two ways. We can try and take sand wedge and run it up, which I think is gonna be a little bit short. So I think ultimately what we're gonna wanna do is play the gap wedge pitch in like a hop and stop fashion. I hit that slow. Alright, so that's not great. That's not great. Just didn't, I got to the top of that swing, it didn't feel quite right, didn't fully commit to it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. If you get this somewhere in here, I think in a perfect world you actually are just kicking down to that lower area. Like, I think this all feeds right to left here. That's A-okay. A little bit short of the green, but we leave ourselves with the chip. I mean, I think that's ultimately what you want, right? Let's just feel this one out. Oh, it feels so good. Gotta play the hybrid here. I mean, I guess we could technically play the 3-wood, though it feels like that starts to bring bunkers and stuff into play. Alright, I think we're on lob wedge duty, or sandwich duty, my bad. A few yards past the hole. So you gotta bring it back. Up the hill. I way fasted it. Way fasted it. Okay. Gonna get away with that one. I mean, it's not close, but definitely a better putt from here than up where it was. I feel like I want to be semi-aggressive with this. I say semi-aggressive because it's still... still breaking. .248. This hybrid's gonna put us landing just shy of pin high. Let's work it like this first. 235. 243, and then wind working just in. So I think I'll take a little bit off of that, because I've been beaten by it before. Only 4 eagles, Lucas? I know. Struggling to find them out here today. To be fair, I had 16 birdies and no eagles in round 3, so making up for lost time. Come on, work back left. I know it's baby amounts of wind, but it's just a nasty hole. That's just a nasty hole. So much subtle break in this. I want to make this putt so bad, so we're gonna take the slow play. We're gonna read it. T1 after 1 round to lead, end up missing. You might end up missing the cut. What happened in round 2, dude? That's a fall from grace. Alright, we're almost red. So we started out here maybe, And then uphill, work it back in a little bit. I didn't hit it firm enough. Not that that mattered, because I over-adjusted the 1 foot uphill. 4 under after 3 holes in round 2, then just pars for days with the bogey thrown in. 3 under in the final 4 may save you. Man, that's a tough pill to swallow. I mean, good fight, obviously, to bring that back a bit at the end, but yeah, that one stings if you miss. Too many compensations on the last hole. Let's make a nice approach shot here. Settle us in. 146, 144 to... An uphill. This should be a pretty nice spot for us. Oh, I underhit it. Well, if that's the case, we're gonna leave ourselves with an uphiller. Alright, Lucas, I'll give that a look after the round. Oh man, okay. It's gonna probably be somewhere out here. Big putt. Big putt. All right, we get a par 5. And then it's a par 3 and par 4 to finish. They're not the easiest finishing 2 holes. But we do have the chance of maybe getting after this with something really nice here. Only 102 did. I was trying to get a little bit something more out of it. This will bound down. Should find fairway from this high up. Shot a score of 67 under, looks untouchable. I don't know about that, Lindsay. I wouldn't say untouchable. I shot 16 birdies in round 3. We've got 4 eagles this round, and I shot 11 and 12 under on the first round. Like had bogeys and a bunch of missed tempos. I've missed tempos. If you're on your tempo and your game and you're hitting stuff, you can definitely. 67's doable. The scores are out there. It's just hitting your inputs and being in the right spots, making your putts. I mean, it's like, as far as that's concerned, like any other week, but. I wouldn't say untouchable. It's a very good score, though. Very consistent, I guess would be the best way to describe it. I don't know that I have the legs here. 85% I just don't think is gonna be it, because 303, 273, 258, 255, 258. You get like 272. So we're gonna have to. I don't have any chance of getting it down there. So this is one where we definitely play the 4-iron. You know, I thought about taking hybrid, but hybrid on a very firm fairway here we could very much so be putting ourselves into the light rough. So lay it back a little bit. 57 yards. Now do you try and play flop short? Probably. Probably try and play the flop shot short here. I was so concerned about missing the tempo the other way. But I had a bad feeling about the flop shot under pressure. The tempo was just screwy enough to be troublesome. Alright, but maybe we can still work something out here. 20 feet. I'm gonna go with the aggro line here. That's gonna hang low. Wow. Nothing like being aggressive with it and then being aggressive and still being low. That's crazy. There must have been some, like, stronger breaks in the middle there that I didn't recognize. Okay, so if you try and get cute with this, I think you actually have to just play it in a way that you backstop punch bowl it off this right-hand side. Or maybe you just go straight at it and try and come straight back down. You don't want to be too far right. Because it's going to come down like right around pin high. Release to the backstop and release down. If you go from right to left... I'm trying to think, if you go too far to the right here... I am going to play it off this right-hand side. I know it's a little bit more dangerous. I know it's a little bit more dangerous, but... I feel like you're trying to play a much more particular game if you go straight at it. I feel like this is what the designer would have wanted. Feed it around for a 13-footer. Alright, I'm not going to play this one aggressive, just with it being the downhiller that it is. And it continuing to be strong downhill behind, I'm not gonna get the ultra aggressive with it. Play that pace off. No, no, come on, man. Just under hit it, so it dives under the hole. Oh, we almost had it. Alright, now with this being very firm, I should probably also be playing full backspin on it, but I'm gonna just play the full loft and cut it back into the slope. I think people get really upset about very firm fairways, but I think the people that get really pissed about them don't really like to play shot shapes into their drives. Like, yeah, it just forces you to put loft and maybe some spin on your drive and like draw it or fade it into the slope to kind of kill it faster. Because all you need to do is get it on the ground as quick as possible. Because then you start getting, you know, your fairway grippiness. Well, this is not great. The lie is just really bad. I'll land a 4-iron back in here. 240, let's call this 235. 232. 227. 220. I mean, it might. This is a really dumb hybrid shot, but I don't like the 4-iron shot. At least we hit it. You know, at least we can say we hit what we wanted to. Unfortunately, I get a little bit too much of it. And the draw was not enough to take off the distance that I needed. Alright, so we end our tournament with a long downhill putt for birdie. It breaks away from us at the start, but then it very quickly straightens out. Turns back to the right, so let's see what sort of read we can get out of this. Alright. Gotta play quite a bit off here. Now you're gonna hit this in a way where it drifts, but then it starts coming back. Gotta trust it. We did it! Walk it off. 15 under. So after a very slow start to the tournament, we go 16 under, 15 under on the weekend. And like I've been saying, look at that. Look at that. 15 under. The only score better is a 16. So in 2 rounds, we have either played, tied to the second best round or better than most. And so, very slow start to the tournament. A lot of mistakes. Get things clicking. And I knew it was, mid 40s to low 20s was like 2 strokes. And we definitely made up the difference, if not more there. So T3 on PlayStation as it stands. I assume that as the rest of the week shuffles in, that might drop down a little bit. Obviously, we've got some low scores on PC and Xbox, but lock it in. Are we top 10 this week? Come on now. I knew we had it in us. That round, a lot of eagles. Keeping us in play. And that's even then we managed to par that par 5. Yeah, Sandman, this is a swing stick only society. So TGC Tours, The main tours and True Sim are swing stick. There's a separate 3-click league. So that is huge. All right, so as promised, we're gonna give a little look at Lucas's scorecard here, and then then we can go back through our event stats here. But let's take a look at how Lucas's elite tournament went through 2 rounds, because he said it was a little bit of a roller coaster. All right, so 15 under round 1, 9 under going out, 6 under coming back in, 4 under through 3. Oh no, you said a bogey in there, Lucas. That's not just any bogey. That's a double. 4 under through 2 and 2 under through 9. And then continue the pars. Oh, dude, that's... Yeah, I can see that. You can see the progression, right? You can see the progression. Par? No big deal. Par on the par 5. That sucks. Yeah, I really would have liked to get a score there. Okay, it's a par 3, like, but now we're on a par train, and then the double hits, and mentally, this all makes sense because of this, right? And don't, like, been there, done that. It sucks. Cause then mentally you're just like, all right, man, like now I can't score. Oh great, I can't even score the par 5s. Fortunately, the switch is flipped here, and 4 under through the last 5 to maybe save things. So what? That puts you at, that's a 21 under through 2. Is that really gonna miss? I mean, it is an easier course. Why am I not logged in? That's weird. I was like, why can't I look at the... I was like, why can't I look at the leaderboard? Oh, you are... Look at this guy out here fake struggling. Dude, you're T30 on a Tuesday in July. You are cruising into the weekend, my friend. I'm not even gonna sit here and try and count. It's top 65 in ties. You need 35 people to beat you. Yeah, okay, yes, it's 2 shots off the cut line, but you are T30, which means you need 36 people to finish ahead of you. 140 have already teed off. How many played? 147, 143, 117. So you need, of the, you know, give a little wiggle room. Let's say 5 more people join. You need 36 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16. You need 36 out of 17 people to shoot better than you to push you out. So there, I just did a little math for you, saved you a lot of trouble. You'll sleep well tonight knowing you made the cut. You got 2 more rounds to battle it out. It did say, but yeah, you might. If the world flipped itself upside down and, you know, a bunch of people who haven't played in months played and suddenly shot 22 under or better, sure, might happen. Plausibility level, very low. Always shoots above his handicap when you're with him. Oh man, that feels good. That feels good. And you know, we had mistakes out there too. We had mistakes out there, like inputs were definitely not, but here's, so this is what I was talking about coming into this. So we were 23 under through 2, 45th. right? 23rd was 2 strokes ahead of us. So I knew 2 strokes to 23rd, 3 strokes to 16th. So if we could just like propel ourselves forward there with a few strokes above average on the weekend, which we did by a long shot. Go 31 under on the weekend. That's what propels us up into this sort of conversation. Average furs and girth, like this tournament or in general? Because I can... Furs and girth typically pretty high, 80s, mid 80s. I'm definitely one of the higher fur girth players, generally speaking. Round 1 wasn't great. 78.5%, but 94.4 on girths. 23-foot proximity. We didn't even one putt. That's the crazy part, right? Because of how rounds 1 and 2 went. You know, it's not good on the one putts. 88 and 38. I'm not a good putter, but we did hole out. We did hole out a few times. I guess this is only going to show us the longest. Let's see here. 2 hole outs, and then only 3 times. Yeah, 7. I am number 1 eagler. I mean, 4 eagles in the last round helps with that. Yours is around 50%. That's rough. Yeah, that's definitely not gonna be useful. But yeah, I mean, let's look at the stats. So on the season, 83% for almost 84 and 80.5% greens. But like that's my game plan is fairway and regulation, because fairway and regulation, like, I know some people like to be a little more aggressive, and I understand that, like, if you miss your tempo, you miss your tempo. Some people like to be a little more aggressive and bring rough into play. My whole thing is if you're in the heavy rough, your proximity then suffers. So, like, I am trying so hard to find fairway because that makes my approach game so much better, right? And so if I have I mean, obviously sometimes you have the crappy, like, 3-wood 96% lie or something, but for the most part, you're looking at, like, 98 to 100% lie. You take a whole variable out, essentially. You know, maybe there's a yard or two that you have to account for here or there, but you take one whole variable out. Now I just am able to look at elevation, wind, and side hill lie. I can play for my distance, hit my, try and hit my tempo, but I've effectively removed a window of variance, because as soon as you put it into the heavy rough, even if it's something lower like 77 to 85% or something like that, that's 8%. And that's not 8% of 100, right? I mean, maybe it is if you're on a short club, but that's an 8-yard swing. Take it up to like a 5-iron, all of a sudden now you're talking a 16-yard swing on top end and bottom end, and you've lost control of your spin. So now you've forced yourself to have a huge amount of green to work with, or you need a backstop, or you need some miraculous, like, clubbed up, full off, full backspin shot to try and make it. So, like, if I can find fairway, I immediately make the second half of my game better, which I'm a crappy putter, so if I can put myself, close to the hole as best as possible, like, that's gonna be how I get my best outcome. And if I make some putts, then great, because, like, the stats don't lie. We see how good that is. Pretty low on rough tendency and bunker tendency. I'm 30th in proximity to hole, which 23.5 feet is not amazing. I mean, like, I have tournaments where I'm in the 30s. Like, if I'm off, I'm 30-foot proximity, but when I'm on, I have rounds in the, like, 14-foot proximity. So, but it's the putting that then kills me. I mean, look at these numbers. 99.5, which, like, okay. 86% on average medium and 35% on average long. Like, I'm a horrendous putter. I gotta be close. Like, that is my game, is be close. But it all starts on that tee shot. That's why, like, when Gamer Ability is like, fairway is overrated, I'm like, but it's not. Fairway is not overrated. It is so underrated. Like, yes, distance is great, but the game doesn't convert the same way in IRL. Like, I'm not clean picking my shot out of the rough a good chunk of the time. Like, if you're in this game, it is not good. It is not good at all to be in the rough, in my opinion. So I try and avoid it as much so. Look at the season-long stats page. Always looked at the TGC website and couldn't find stats. Yeah, does TGC not have season-long stats? I mean, I guess they have stats for, like, your finishes. The expanded stats they never put in. But yeah, so you can go in. Obviously, it's only on your platform, and it's everybody that's ever played Plat, right? So that's why the numbers are so, like, I'm 273rd or 221st because I'm worse than people that aren't in Plat. Not Furs and Gurs. You can look at individual tournament stats, but yeah, there's no expanded stats. They only have, for like a tour, you can look at, you know, wins, seconds, top 10s, top 25s, FedEx point stuff. You can look at individual tournament stats and you can sort the Fur and Gur on the tournament. You know, sort the eagles and birdies and all of that stuff. But yeah, there's no like season long stats like this that you can view on the website. But yeah, so whenever anybody sees me pull up the stats about, like, I am the worst putter in Plat, like, this is what I mean by this. I'm 170th in long and 221 in medium. Like, that's worse than people that aren't on the tour. Now, obviously, some of that is skewed because the people that aren't on the tour have less sample size, right? Like, just looking at Ant here as a quick example. 92.5% medium putts, but there's only 27 to be accounted for. Now, the interesting thing would actually be go down to, like, 170 and start looking backwards from there and be like, how many names do I recognize? Okay, Orange Hokey, Polly G, Chili Pip, Chris Jones. I mean, honestly, it would be the ones that have, like, the really high putt counts. So there are certainly some other people that have historically struggled a bit that are Plat players. So, yeah, I'm not actually the worst. Oh, no, we're 221. Never mind. Those people are all ahead of us. No, never mind. We still suck. You know, is there anybody... I guess this would be the thing. Is there anybody with more than 862 putts that's behind us? Okay, Jambi is about 2% less. We got some other Plat players. Not nearly as many medium putts. I guess there has to be a certain threshold that you'd fall off and just not really be in Plat. I mean, big thing for us is, like, you know, we look at these stats and we're like, oh man, how terrible these are. But, like, birdie conversion, this is kind of like the weird thing when you look at the stat sheet and go, okay, guy can get Furs, Gurs, proximity. I at least am able to then convert that enough times to keep my birdie conversion in the top 55. But my putting is so bad that that's where things drop off. But yeah, I'm not a good putter. It is what it is. I try so hard to get better at it, but we've improved a little bit with counting, but we still miss a good amount. But yeah, the more you put yourself close, then you don't have as many super long putts. Chances go up and making putts. But yeah, good finish this week. Yeah, the way that it started and like having the bogey on the cards in round 1. Yeah, we were 8 under through the front 9 on rounds 1 and 2, and in both rounds we were like 10 under through 12 or 13 holes, and then just like lost inputs, couldn't score the back 9. Able to do a bit better on the weekend, and yeah, really propel ourselves up the leaderboard. It's so close though, I have no idea where this is gonna end up. T3 on PlayStation at the moment, I know it'll drop, but we might have a pretty big tie there inside the top 10, depending on how the Xbox and PC guys go. I know that there's probably a fair number, probably around top 10, maybe top 15 if it goes that way. But yeah, I'm very pleased with the way we were able to finish that tournament. All right, so I've rambled on quite extensively about how how bad I am at putting, but you know, here's what it is. Lucas, as far as like tempo and stuff, I know you said about recalibration. I would say biggest thing that I always say is find what you're consistent with, right? Are you consistently slow or consistently fast? And then calibrate and just play off of that. I think that's all you really can do. I think that's like best case scenario for consistency. And then, you know, what helps me, if it's, so this is how I do it. I pull back to about 97%, slows the swing down a little bit, makes it a little bit more like 2K21 swing. And I just swing for I pull it back a little bit, but still swing 100%. So get that feel through the vibration, swing at 100%, slows the tempo down just a hair, and also opens you up to potentially having 2 perfect pulling points, like 1 on each edge. It might help, and then like for me, that also helps me hit 100, 101% more, because I struggled with hitting a lot of 102s. And then if I want to hit 101, 102, I just leave it at full and swing like that. So that's kind of how I prize at no vibration. Well then, perfect. Another tournament? Not right now, Beak. We are actually wrapping things up at the moment, but we will have another tournament next week. Normal schedule is Monday through Thursday. We have our big competitive tournament here on the Platinum Tour. So Monday night we'll be back 7:30 Eastern after the holiday. Start out with 2 tournament rounds to warm up, and then the actual big dog tournament round. So yeah, we're just getting wrapped up here. I gotta get some editing done of the rounds from today before I head out of town tomorrow. But yeah, so Lucas, if you don't have vibration, then that should be fine. You just pull it back a few percent and do your normal 100% swing, because it'll slow your tempo down just a touch and slow the physical swing down just a touch, so it'll help you from over swinging if that's also a thing. You know, and if a slightly slower tempo is something that might help you. Something to mess around with at least. But then like on a drive, I leave it at 100% because I'm okay with maybe missing the tempo slightly, but giving me a better chance of hitting, you know, 102, because if you have a 300-yard driver, 2% is 6 yards, and that really starts to add up because 6 yards is like half a club when you're looking at irons. So that's something that I've started doing lately, is just trying to eke out just a touch more on my drives, because that's something that I tend to struggle with. But, alright. That's gonna do it for me. Fellow Americans, I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July. We are done for the week. I'm heading out of town with some fam-a-lam for 4th of July picnic and all that good stuff. So I greatly appreciate y'all being here and hanging out tonight. If you enjoyed the stream or don't want to miss out on things, drop a follow on the Twitch, sub on the YouTube, all that good stuff. We're going to go and say hello to Seamount. Also, one thing to note, I said next stream is going to be Monday night. There is a good chance of a Ryder Cup stream around noon on Sunday. We're raiding Seamount. Seamount is my partner in crime for this event. We're going to be playing Apex and Hemo. I got to verify with Seamount that that time is good. Once that is confirmed, Twitter, Discord, YouTube upcoming stream will all have the info on when that match is taking place. So just keep that in the back of your mind. There might be a surprise little weekend stream. But yeah, let's go. After Seamount takes this putt, let's go give him a raid. But I appreciate y'all. Heck of a week. Finish strong tonight. Have a good one. I'll catch you later.